On his first day as principal, he expelled 300 students at once.
You are all expurgated.
And for those lucky enough to stay, he showed zero mercy.
You do no better than they did. Next time, it will be you.
When he caught students smoking secretly, he dragged one of them straight to the roof and ordered him to jump off.
Go on, jump. No, I don't want to jump. Yes, you do. You smoke crack, don't you?
It wasn't just the students. He ruled the teachers with an iron fist too. Anyone who disobeyed his orders was fired on the spot.
You're fired. You needed some time. Get out, right now. Fired. You will hear from my lawyer.
However, his tyranny sparked protests from the staff.
God damn it. You give me the goddamn respect you would damn well want yourself, or I will kick your black ass. You are suspended, sir. As of right now. Get out.
Despite the unanimous backlash from everyone, the stubborn Clark did it his way. He called an emergency staff meeting to declare he was the absolute boss of this school.
And my word is law. There's only one boss in this place, and that's me.
Yet, the seemingly cold-blooded dictator, shortly after taking office, made every teacher follow him willingly, and the students even fought the law, just to stand by him. And the craziest part? This is a true story. The reason Clark acted so ruthlessly was because of an ultimatum from the mayor. Within 1 year, he had to drastically raise the pass rate of America's worst school, because under a new law, if the mayor wanted re-election, the local school's pass rate had to hit 75%, but this school's pass rate was historically under 30%. Even worse, 70% of the kids came from the slums. They brought guns to class, dealt drugs openly right at the gate, and violence was a daily routine. If a good teacher tried to stop a fight, they'd end up bleeding. This was the notorious East Side High, a place that terrified everyone inside. While the mayor was stressing over this mess, they thought of Clark, the only man who could save this place. Actually, 20 years ago, Clark used to teach here. His teaching style was unique, and his students always ranked #1 in the city. But exceptional people rarely fit in. Clark's stubbornness and explosive temper constantly offended his colleagues, until one day, he learned the staff teamed up with the board to kick him out. Furious, he jumped onto a desk, mooned them to show his contempt, and what's more, he slapped a bill onto the principal's bald head, before walking away like a boss. After that stunt, he was inevitably exiled to a remote small town. Ironically, that bald principal is now the desperate mayor. Though reluctant to bring Clark back, he knew this maverick was the only one who could tame those lawless kids. Out of options, the mayor sent the superintendent to fetch Clark. As expected, Clark refused immediately, but the official knew how to play him, and challenged his ego.
Truth is that for all your talking, all your crazy Joe routine, what have you ever done? Nothing. You're nothing but an insignificant man. It's like you were never born. Your life hasn't made one bit of difference. And neither is mine. Want to take that to the grave?
Hearing this, Clark gave a smirk of disdain. His fighting spirit was triggered. But when he returned to his old school, the sight sent chills down his spine. The familiar hallways were in ruins. Walls were covered with disgusting graffiti, filled with violence and adult content. This wasn't a school. Without a word, he summoned all staff immediately, and publicly humiliated the kiss-ass vice principal.
Think you can run this school? If you could, then I would think you would. They've given me less than 1 year. 1 school year to turn this place around. To get those test scores up. So the state will not take us over to perform the task which you have failed to do. To educate our children. Forget about the way it used to be. This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency, and my word is law. There's only one boss in this place, and that's me.
But that was just the beginning. Clark's second move was to wipe out the bad apples. He had the worst troublemakers called up to the stage, but they didn't respect him at all. Clark yelled, but they just ignored him. Some even threw trash at him. Facing these unrepentant thugs, Clark announced they were all expelled. The bad kids just laughed, not believing he'd kick out so many at once. But then, Clark ordered security to throw them out. Panic set in. They started cursing and threatening him, but Clark didn't flinch. Minutes later, the thugs were gone, and the crowd erupted in applause. But Clark warned them not to celebrate yet. If they messed up, they'd be next. Then, he gave a speech that woke these slum kids up.
I'm not gonna stop. If you do not succeed in life, I don't want you to blame your parents. I don't want you to blame the white man. I want you to blame yourself. The responsibility is yours.
Clark seriously warned them. A practice test in 2 weeks, and the state skills test in 100 days. This wasn't just about grades. More importantly, it would determine if they could survive in this cruel world, especially for kids from the ghetto. If they didn't master these skills, only crime and death awaited them. But firing 300 students at once put massive pressure on the school. Furious parents showed up. They accused Clark of being ruthless and arrogant, claiming he ruined their family's futures. Many kids lost their chance to turn their lives around.
See, the man's gone crazy. He's declared war on his own people.
Facing the angry parents, Clark calmly replied, "One bad apple spoils the bunch, let alone 300 of them. I expelled those 300 problems to save the remaining 2,700 students." Hearing this, the parents of the remaining kids clapped in support. He continued, "If you don't agree with my methods, follow your kids to school and see what they actually do all day." With that, Clark walked away. Right after returning, a boy was waiting at his door. Thomas was one of the expelled kids. He didn't dare tell his parents. Gathering his courage, he begged Clark for one last chance, promising he would study hard. But Clark knew exactly why he was expelled. He took him straight to the roof and told him to jump.
Go on, jump. No, I don't want to jump. Yes, you do. You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke? Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack? Yes, sir. You know what that does to you? Huh? It kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells. Now, when you're destroying your brain cells, you're doing the same thing as killing yourself. You're just going to slow up. Now, I say, if you want to kill yourself, don't fuck around with it. Go on and do it expeditiously. Now, go on and jump. Jump. I don't want to kill myself, son.
In his own extreme way, Clark saved a falling soul. From that day on, he patrolled with a megaphone daily, like a nagging father, caring deeply about the students' lives. Within days, he knew most of their names, and even all the campus gossip. One day, he caught Thomas teasing a girl, and made him sing the school song as punishment. Right then, the gym teacher bent down to pick up some trash.
Donnell, no one is permitted to move during the singing of the song.
The teacher tried to explain, but Clark wouldn't listen. He scolded him mercilessly, humiliating him in front of the kids. Later, Clark realized the students couldn't even sing the school song. He was utterly shocked. To him, the anthem was the school's soul. Furious, he confronted the music teacher, demanding everyone learn it within a week. But the music teacher rolled her eyes, saying she had a concert in Washington next week. Clark's blood boiled, and he instantly fired this selfish teacher. But trouble kept brewing. The gym teacher stormed in to complain. "I was just picking up trash, and you humiliated me in front of the kids. That was completely uncalled for." Clark replied, "Everyone must obey the rules." As the gym teacher kept arguing, Clark simply told him, "You're suspended." Under Clark's dictatorial rule, several teachers quit, unable to handle the pressure. But his toughness completely transformed the school's vibe. Once chaotic classrooms were now quiet and orderly. Students actually started focusing on their books. Hallways were no longer war zones. Everything was organized. The school felt alive again, but new problems arose. One day, an expelled student snuck back in to cause trouble. Clark rushed over and saw the kid pull out a switchblade. Fearless, Clark faced him barehanded and successfully took him down. This made him realize how crucial campus security was. He immediately ordered the doors to be chained shut to stop anyone from wandering in during classes. But this very action would soon land Clark in massive trouble because it violated fire codes. If a fire broke out, it would be a disaster. Yet when the police came to inspect, Clark aggressively denied them entry. Actually, Clark wasn't as cold-blooded as he seemed. When the gym teacher voluntarily returned, a rare smile appeared on Clark's face. Whenever students needed help, he was always the first to step up and do whatever he could. Once, he learned a girl's mom lost her job, and tuition became the final straw. Clark took action instantly. He went for a home visit, helped the mom find a job, and even found them a better place to live, just so the girl could return to school. And when he saw kids begging on the street, he never hesitated to empty his pockets and give them his change. To these kids, Clark might be strict, but he was undeniably a great principal. One day, he caught kids skipping class in the bathroom. On a whim, he decided to test them on the school song. As soon as they started, he knew something was off. It sounded so wrong that he interrupted them. The formal anthem had been turned into a pop song. His face darkened, and he interrogated them. Thomas confessed. The new music teacher taught them. Clark dragged the boys along and stormed into the music room, demanding to know why she changed the song. Facing his wrath, the teacher explained, "The kids found the old way too boring, so I tweaked it a bit."
Boring. This song I have never heard a song like that. And I certainly never authorized the change. Did I? Did I?
Clearly, she was bracing herself to be fired, but Clark wasn't entirely rigid. If it benefited the students, he was willing to let go of his stubbornness.
I want everyone in this school to learn that song in English and Spanish. Immediately. Take a bow, Mrs. Powers. You've rewritten our alma mater.
This small compromise brought a rare smile to his usually stern face. He walked around smiling, saying hi to everyone, feeling like things were looking up. But back in his office, seeing the practice test results, his smile froze. Only a 33% pass rate, not even half of the mayor's target. Clark couldn't accept this. He called an emergency meeting in the gym. Just then, a teacher walked in 1 minute late. Without hesitation, Clark grabbed the mic and chewed him out. He said it was exactly this laziness that ruined the school. He believed there were no bad students, only bad teachers. Then, he declared, all teachers must tutor on weekends for free. If students don't show up, go to their houses. If parents can't read, teach them too. Only when everyone gets involved can things truly change. Finally, he made 70% of the teachers raise their hands, representing the failing students.
70%! Blame them! The failure is yours! That's right, yours! Now you are getting a hint of the kind of hopelessness and shame that makes those failing students of the despair they feel when left to the mercy of the streets. Keep your hands up high, because you are failing to educate them. This is the posture that many of our students will wind up in. Only they'll be staring down the barrel of a gun.
Clark's words struck like a lightning bolt, hitting every teacher's soul and igniting a storm of change. The whole school dove into studying. Teachers didn't just teach from books. They unlocked the students' potential. Some even invented new teaching methods. That made learning fun. Even parents joined in to study alongside their kids. Small changes lead to miracles. Ordinary steps cover great distances. Don't rush life for all the answers. Sometimes you just need patience. The reward might not come instantly, but it will arrive when you give it your all. 2 months ago, this school was a disaster. Now, it was reborn. Not only was the campus clean, but a vibrant energy flowed between teachers and students. Meanwhile, a conspiracy against Clark was brewing. The loudest parent critic offered the mayor a deal. If he arrested Clark for fire code violations, she'd guarantee him hundreds of votes. Tempted by the offer, the mayor agreed and ordered the fire chief to plan the arrest for the following week. The week passed quickly. With less than an hour before the final exam, Clark stood before all his students. His voice was steady and strong. We finally made it to today. But do you know what the outside world calls you? They call you losers. Hearing this, the kid's eyes filled with anger. But Clark shifted his tone.
You are not inferior. Your grades may be. Your school may have been. But you can turn that around and make liars out of those bastards in exactly 1 hour. You take that test and practice it and win.
Finally, he had the music teacher lead the school song. The singing was powerful, every note echoing their passion and unity. At that moment, their fighting spirit was ignited. They were incredibly proud to be part of this school. The exam soon began. The classrooms were dead silent. As they focused, this wasn't just a final exam. It was a chance to prove themselves to the world. And for Clark, it was the ultimate test of all his hard work. But right after the exam, the fire chief and cops stormed the school and took Clark away. Even so, Clark stayed calm. Before getting into the car, he turned around and shouted, "Get back to class." In jail, the superintendent praised the changes Clark brought because he saw a light in those kids' eyes that wasn't there before. But things looked bad. He might never work in education again. Meanwhile, the expelled kid's parents launched a massive protest, claiming Clark didn't deserve to be principal, listing all his crimes. But at the same time, even more parents stepped up to share Clark's dedication and sacrifices, proving his innocence. Amidst the fierce debate, the mayor stayed completely silent. That night, a huge noise erupted outside the jail. Woken up, Clark walked to the window. Looking out, he was absolutely stunned. 2,700 students, like a massive tide, marched toward the jail. They raised their fists, demanding Principal Clark's release. Seeing this, a proud smile crossed his face. Soon, the students completely surrounded City Hall. Tension peaked. Seeing things get out of hand, the mayor panicked and begged Clark to go out and calm them down. But no matter what the mayor said, Clark refused to compromise. Desperate, the mayor threatened, "If this continues, I'll bring in the riot squad." For the kids' safety, Clark finally agreed to step in. But right then, the angry parent took the mic first. She told the kids, "You've all been brainwashed by Clark." But as soon as she spoke, the students fired back, defending him.
You don't know a thing about this. People, just hear me. The school board is meeting right now, and I promise you, we will give you what Eastside High deserves. A good principal. We don't want a good principal. We want Mr. Clark.
Seeing it escalate again, the mayor begged Clark to say something. Clark finally walked out. Instantly, a tsunami of cheers erupted, like victory was already theirs. Clark motioned for silence, and calmly said, "We must trust the law and justice. Don't forget the respect I taught you." But the kids had made up their minds. "Free Principal Clark." They kept chanting, their voices deafening, refusing to back down. Just then, a letter arrived from the school board. It was the final test scores. Clark called the superintendent over, and had him announce the results to everyone.
That the students of Eastside High have passed the minimum basic skills test.
Hearing this, the crowd exploded with thunderous cheers. Students waved their arms in pure joy. At this moment, Clark had finally proven his vision. Maybe not all persistence pays off, but some can turn frozen ground into a garden of blooming roses. The mayor seized the chance to stand next to Clark, looking smug, acting like he deserved some of the credit. But suddenly, Clark shouted to the crowd,
On behalf of myself, on behalf of the students of Eastside High, you can tell the state to go to hell.
He was still that glorious madman, from absolute chaos to shining brightness, from a total mess to a unified family, from sinking despair to breaking the cocoon. This transformation proves the power of education. Education isn't just about crafting perfect elites. Persistence makes it soar, responsibility gives it depth, and dedication makes it bear the fruit of hope. Education shouldn't be an easy fix. It's the willingness to grind and never give up. Those abandoned kids, those forgotten corners, those souls beaten down by fate, are all waiting for a ray of light. This is a true story, based on the real Joe Clark. In the 1980s, at a high school in Paterson, New Jersey, he launched a bold reform. In just 3 years, he turned a school plagued by drugs and violence into a vibrant place of learning. Some might say his methods were too extreme. Yes, he ruthlessly expelled 300 students, chained the school doors, and fought the entire education system. But behind that extreme front was a burning heart. He knew that for these ghetto kids, education wasn't just knowledge, it was survival. Under the shadow of drugs and poverty, only education could show them a different future. He'd rather be the villain, if it meant waking up the light inside them. He used a tough exterior to hide his soft heart, and a strict face to show he cared. In the end, those kids he forced to study created a miracle on their finals. And what's more touching is, when Clark was in trouble, 2,700 students stood up for him. That genuine bond between them was worth more than any test score. The true meaning of education isn't authority, but awakening. Not forcing, but guiding. Not stuffing with facts, but inspiring. Let's learn from Clark. Use responsibility to break the chains of fate. Plant seeds of hope with sincerity. Believe that under the sky of education, everyone has a unique purpose, and courage will always prevail. There will be a long road ahead, but the relentless pursuit is worth it, because the greatest gift of education is letting every soul, even in the darkest times, find its own sea of stars.